Canadians trying to fly home say it is easier said than done. We are live at Pearson International, one of 4 Canadian airports still accepting international flights. With so many border restrictions and airlines canceling flights every single day, a number of people who are still abroad say they are left with very few options. Flights few and far between, and Canadians desperate to get home are dropping thousands of dollars to board them.
So the frustration level is ridiculous.
An annual trip for Miguel Ferreira and his husband has turned into a nightmare. They are in Las Palmas, Spain, a country now in lockdown as the number of COVID-19 cases there continues to soar.
We're just trying to get home at this point in time, but it's not as easy as now's the time to come home, Canadians.
After their original flight off the island was canceled, they paid $1,300 to switch flights and then another $7,400 to book new tickets.
It's just very frustrating because you can't get through to the airline. You're being held ransom for these exorbitant fees for these flights.
After making hundreds of calls, he landed an Air Transat flight home, but his concern now is how that might change in the coming days. Today, Air Transat announced a gradual suspension of its flights. Sales for departures until April 30th are suspended immediately. But they say repatriation flights will still be operated during the next 2 weeks to bring people back to their home countries. Other airlines taking similar, if not more drastic steps that will leave thousands scrambling. Porter Airlines is suspending all flights until June 1st. WestJet is suspending all international flights for 30 days, starting March 23rd. They say to assist Canadians returning home on short notice, they are in the process of lowering prices on remaining seats into Canada. And Air Canada has temporarily suspended some of its flights to affected areas in Europe and Asia. The federal government has offered up to $5,000 to support Canadians overseas, but he too acknowledges some will remain stranded abroad during this pandemic.
And I think it is just realistic to know that there are some of them who will not be coming home in the coming weeks.
The Prime Minister says at any given moment there are 3 million Canadians living and working around the world. Now, along with Toronto, Calgary, Vancouver and Montreal are the 3 other cities that are still accepting international flights.